Hello and welcome to a new video. Today I'm taking the Honda Navi out for a ride. And I'm in Louisville, Kentucky, and I've taken, this bike out and recorded videos in different parts of the city, in different areas and neighborhoods. And I'm trying not to just go over the same locations over and over. So today I'm going to go around the Hikes Lane area. So I'm currently on Furman Boulevard, which goes from Taylorsville Road to Hikes Lane. And figure I'd go down through this area and get a little bit of a ride in. Again, like I said, I'm trying not to just, do the same location over and over. And this is actually, I had went on a ride in this area and recorded a video before, but the way the microphone I had at my helmet ended up pushing the record button, so it stopped recording audio. So all I had was the on-camera GoPro audio, which, with the wind noise and everything, not usable. So I ended up not doing anything with that video. So this time I made sure I put the microphone in the correct way so that it doesn't do that. And I figure I'd go down through Hikes Lane. And part of it is just trying to go to different neighborhoods to see different things and not just, like I said, going to the same spot. Alright, so after a relatively lengthy red light, I'm back on the move. And it's always interesting to me when I, watched videos similar to this that people have recorded in different parts of, different cities and states, or, different countries. Just seeing what the different neighborhoods and roads look like. And two, part of the difficulty with the Navi and recording videos is there are some areas I would like to take this and ride around, but the problem is that the roads to get there, a lot of places you really need to take the expressway, and you can't take a Honda Navi on the expressway because its top speed, is around 50, which is not enough when, the lowest speed expressway around here is 55, but everybody does 70. And then any of your other ones, it's usually 65 or above. So you really can't take the Navi on roads like that. Legally you shouldn't, and just for your personal safety, not a good idea. At some point I'll probably turn around and go back the other way, but this is going towards Breckenridge Lane, and I think it will run into Taylorsville Road again. So I'm actually gonna turn around and go the other way. Go back towards Go back towards the other side that goes more towards Barstown Road. But through this area there are plenty of fast food restaurants and some car washes and gas stations, all the kind of staple things you look for. Some sit-down restaurants and stuff. A lot of traffic though. Alright, finally on the move again. This is one of those intersections where it can take forever to get through the red lights. Yeah, so now I'm going on Hikes Lane back in the other direction, going more towards Bardstown Road. And this is one of those roads where even though the speed limit is 35 miles per hour, people don't like to do that. So there's always people just cutting around the traffic to get around you. Now I'm back at the intersection I was at earlier. Hopefully won't be here for too long. Some different stores and Golden Nugget, which is a bar and a restaurant. This is one of those plenty of roads where the speed limit is 35, but you often don't have people doing that. So you get a lot of cases of people passing you on the Navi or a mini moto of similar size and top speed. This is a retail center where there's AutoZone and a dollar store and Harbor Freight and some other stuff. Then there's some restaurants are here. There's a Chili's, White Castle. So actually I want to cut back to Bardstown Road because there's not a lot through this section. It's more industrial. Then through here you have an Arby's. Apparently they have the beef. There's Pizza Hut. And I do a lot of rides or record on Bardstown Road on the other side. So between on the other side of the Waterston Expressway, I-264, going north towards like downtown Louisville, as opposed to this, you know, is going more towards the Buchel neighborhood. And this video is going to have a lot of cuts in it because there are a lot of lights and not getting a lot of cooperation from luck, where I can avoid having to stop at every single one of these. But alright, again, finally in movement. So this is a section of Bardstown Road where you have, you know, it's 3 lanes, so it's a little bit wider. People tend to go faster. Traffic during the weekdays can be pretty brutal, because you have, you know, storage places and stuff, and a Chick-fil-A and a Costco. You know, I had a Costco membership for a little while, but I never got their gas because it's always just so lined up and difficult. I haven't even really looked it up. I couldn't have, like, I don't know what the savings are you get from gas there, but with my car I have a hybrid that, you know, does pretty good on gas mileage, so I'm not filling it up super often enough that I have to go shop around for the cheapest gas. But I just know that Costco and their gas station makes traffic and stuff through here pretty miserable during the week. There's a lot of fast food down through here, KFC, McDonald's, gas stations, you know, Popeyes. And we have, there's a Rally's, and they have a Steak and Shake. I think that's going to be demolished, and we're going to get a Jack in the Box, I think. Unless I'm misremembering, but it's going to be something else. And then by the expressway, over here on the left, there are a number of people camping who are unhoused. And you'll see people complain about it on social media, like the different neighborhood groups on Facebook or the app next door, but part of it is there's been development in the areas where people used to kind of congregate and camp, so people are kind of spread out to other parts of the city. Now I'm going down through a section of Bardstown Road that I've gone through in many videos before. So I'll cut through here at some point. Because for a while, the place that it seemed like most people kind of congregated, I mean, there were a few different places. One of them was by the riverfront area, under the I-64 expressway. You would see a lot of people camped out there. And then they've been doing renovations because they're going to expand the park westward down through that area. So I have a video before where I went through, and they basically kicked everybody out and fenced it up so you can't get through there. So I think that's just caused a lot of people that used to be down there to spread out to different parts of the city. Let's see, and then this is Lakeside Drive. So this is relatively close to Atherton High School. So I was going to go down through here because this will kind of come out close to This will come out somewhat close to the Louisville Zoo and Joe Creason Park. But yeah, the Heights Lane area, you know, it's not like one of the big areas people are aware of, like St. Matthews or something, but you know, it is a pretty prominent road that a lot of people go through every single day. It is, like I said, it's always interesting to me to go through, you know, because even within a city is, you know, it's the size of Louisville, Kentucky, which isn't huge, there's a lot of diversity in the kinds of neighborhoods that you have in terms of what the houses look like and how things are laid out. And a lot of times you have the roads where it's, you know, the three lanes of traffic in each direction, plus, you know, the middle turn lanes, and then all of the subdivisions and streets that kind of, you know, are off of that main road that kind of fork off. In a lot of areas, it's not very friendly to pedestrians. I mean, in this neighborhood, there's not a sidewalk that I'm going through currently, but this is relatively pedestrian friendly, even though there aren't sidewalks, because it's not super fast road. And it's not something that's like a major traffic cut through going to any major roads. And it just goes to show that you can go to pretty different neighborhoods, not even going all that far. You know, you can go look at what the average, you know, or the median income is by household in different neighborhoods, and you know, a not very big spread. You know, not even going that far, just a mile or two, you can have a huge variance, because all the houses through here are pretty large. Well, it was very hilly. You can see a lot of the other houses in the distance through here. You know, maybe not on the GoPro footage I'm recording right now, but you can see other neighborhoods that are also on the top of hills like this. And this takes you out to Trevilian Road. Alright, I'll just cut across here. I'll just go a little bit further before I wrap this up. So a lot of these streets kind of go up into the hills and, like, again, have these kind of interesting variation in houses that you see. I guess one of the downsides, if you live on these streets, are a little bit more heavily sloped. They can probably be pretty treacherous when there's ice and snow if it's not treated quickly enough. Yeah, but you know, I've said it before in all these videos, like the Honda Navi really excels going, you know, in these neighborhoods like this, is kind of commuting back and forth to random places. You know, some of the roads, even the speed limits of 35, depending on the kind of setup of the road, may not feel super safe. Just because of the type of road it is. If it's like a multi-lane road where people are going to be constantly passing you because you're not doing 20 miles per hour the speed limit, that can be somewhat treacherous. Especially if it's one where, you know, there's a lot of larger, you know, semis and stuff like that going through. But, you know, just commuting through 25 mile per hour neighborhoods and 35 mile per hour roads that actually stick around that speed, Because, you know, you can do 45 to 50, but just the bike's really not super comfortable at the top end of that range the entire time you're riding. And this bike is very light, so it does feel like you can kind of get pushed around by the wind. So, you know, for city commuting, it's probably, you know, really good. I'm sure if you have backcountry roads to ride on, it can be fun as well. Just, I would just say be careful. It's the kind of road where people all want to do, you know, 65 miles per hour around blind curves at all times, driving the largest vehicles you've ever seen. But it is, you know, it's a fun bike to ride around. Yeah, so this is just kind of weaving in and out of the neighborhoods off of Trevelyan. Kind of in, you know, still in the Highlands area, kind of close to Newburgh Road and Louisville Zoo and all that stuff. But yeah, so that was taking the Honda Navi out for a ride starting at Hikes Lane, then going down Barstown Road, and then kind of going over to this area off Lake Trevelyan by Atherton High School. But yeah, that's it till next time.